Hi guys, Seasons Creepings, and welcome back to my channel. It is Christmas Eve. It's Creepmas Eve, guys. I cannot believe that we have come this far into the season. I wanted to make at least one more video to share with you guys a little bit about the horror I like to watch during the holidays. Some of these things are new to me, some of these are longtime favorites, but I want to share those with you today. I know I promised some horror content for the holiday season, and it's a little late now, but it's Christmas Eve, so you guys can watch today and tomorrow. I am gonna try to get this up before 6 o'clock tonight. So fingers crossed it'll be up before 6 p.m. and you guys get a chance to check out all of this amazing Christmas horror content. Also, we have some great haul ambiance from Harry Potter back here today. It is absolutely beautiful. I am so stoked up about it. But thank you guys so much for watching. One more thing before we get started on the video. Yesterday I uploaded or worked on, and will be uploading today, the video using the Fenty Money palette. This is the wine palette, and I'm gonna get real up close and personal for a second. Let you guys see if you can see. My lashes are wine colored. I really like this mascara. I liked the green one a lot too. I feel like this look came out a little bit easier than the one with the green palette, so I definitely recommend both of those. They were $25 each or $45 for both, and I got the mini mascaras for $14 each. So I thought that was a good present to myself and just wanted to let you guys know about that too. But without further ado, let's get into some Christmas horror to end off this season. All right, we're gonna start off this list with probably the most accessible Christmas horror story, which is A Christmas Horror Story. I see this all over the internet. I believe it is on Hulu. I know it's on Shudder. I think it's on Amazon Prime, and it might even be on Netflix. This guy is everywhere, and it is for good reason. This is an awesome anthology-style Christmas horror film. I really hope you can't hear my dog snoring in the background. I'm so sorry if you can. I'll try to get him to stop here in just a second. Okay, where were we? So with A Christmas Horror Story, it is interwoven tales that are told by a radio personality, which I relate to personally because I used to be a radio personality once upon a time. It is actually William Shatner who plays that role in this film. And you see on the cover here, maybe if I can get it to focus, Krampus and Santa Claus dueling. Well, when it gets down to that scene, you are going to be mind blown. I think this is a great film. It came out back in 2015. It was directed by Grant Harvey and Stephen Hoban, and I promise I'm not doing anything weird. I have my laptop here in my lap to make a little bit of notes there as we go along. So definitely huge recommendation for A Christmas Horror Story. We got it in a horror box a couple years ago, and we absolutely love it, and I think you guys will too. All right, so my second Christmas horror story recommendation is a sequel. So be forewarned, there are going to be spoilers, but just because of the nature of this film, there's no way for me to tell you about it without spoiling some of the first film. So this is Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2. And my reason for recommending Part 2 is Part 2 is mostly a recapping of Part 1 with some additional scenes, one of which is very famous, and I'm going to insert a clip of it here if I can find it. It makes the whole film worth watching. It is my main reason for loving this film. Okay, so Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original, follows little Billy, who has witnessed his parents being murdered by someone dressed as Santa Claus after his senile grandfather told him that Santa punishes the naughty. Now we fast forward 18 years and Billy himself has to become Santa Claus for a new job. It is absolute chaos after that. It is a good story. I don't like the beginning parts with the kid watching his parents be put through all that they're put through. So I'm not a big fan of seeing that part, and that's why I suggest watching the second one, because it really kind of skims past all of that and it lets you know that without having to be quite so in your face about it. But the first one is great as well. So in Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, which came out back in 1987, you are following Ricky, who is Billy's younger brother, who has now been seeing a psychiatrist, and it lets you know about how he became a murderer after his brother died and the circumstances that surround that and their time in the orphanage. So this story is just, I think it's maybe better even than the first one as far as really getting into the psyche of Ricky. But Billy's a great character, so he's really not so much part of the second one as he is in the first, other than just in recap. But definitely a fan, 100% recommend it. Silent Night, Deadly Night Parts 1 and 2. I haven't seen 3, 4, or 5, but next year I want to do a ranking video on the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise, so I'm going to try to watch all of them leading up to Creepmas next year. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but the Silent Night, Deadly Night films, except for possibly the first one, are available on Tubi, and I know that the second one is also available on Shudder, so you can check them out either of those places. All right, my third Christmas horror recommendation is 2016's Better Watch Out. This film follows a young woman who is a babysitter for a middle school aged young man, and they experience a home invasion. She's defending this young man, but this is an outlandish home invasion experience. I was so shaken when it caught up to the point where I really learned what was going on. This film is just so great. It will grab you. It held me in the whole time. I absolutely loved it. Cannot recommend it enough. I know it's available on Tubi. I think it's also available on Shudder and maybe even also Hulu, but it is available on Tubi for free, so it is really accessible for folks as well. All right, my next recommendation is something that is a little bit exclusive, so my apologies, but for anyone who has a Shudder subscription, I highly recommend the brand new Creepshow, a Creepshow holiday special, which is based on Shapeshifters Anonymous, based on that story. It is so great, and I had no idea how we were gonna get from Therianthropes to Santa Claus, and I was so shaken when I got there. I cannot tell you how interesting this story is. You get about a third of the way through and you're like, where does Santa come from? How does this tie into the story? And when it does, you are just going to be mind blown. It is a great tale, and I 100% recommend. Also, the main girl that is in the episode, she's not the main character, but she's the main love interest potentially in the episode, is the girl that does the projectile vomiting in Pitch Perfect, which kind of scarred me as a scene, but I think she's an awesome actress, so definitely recommend that one as well. Like I said, it's only available to people with a Shudder subscription, but if you're not subscribed to Shudder, you really probably should be if you're a horror fan. It is so good. It is so good, and this is an incredible special. Really, honestly, all of the Creepshow series has been so great and so eerie, and in this episode you get to see the creep in a Santa suit, so that should be enough for you right there as well. And finally, we have an honorable mention story that I did not think was going to find its way onto this list, and I'm so surprised by how much I actually enjoyed it. But we're talking about 2018's Santa Jaws. Now, normally I'm not one for the shark movies so much. I don't care about Sharknado or anything like that. But my husband and I ran across this, and he was like, I think we should just give it a try. So we did, and I loved it, and I think he really liked it too. It is rated TV PG. It's not really particularly explicit or gory, but you do get to see a shark eat a lot of people. So I guess it's still technically considered horror. But basically, trying to survive this family Christmas, a young comic artist named Cody somehow spins a story that manifests, and I'm not kidding you, a Santa hat wearing shark into existence. And it is corny and it is funny and it's not scary, but it is worth a watch as kind of a bonus if you're looking for something that's kind of horror related but maybe fun for the whole family and not quite so serious leading up to Christmas as well. I just quite enjoyed it. It was corny for sure, but it was very cute, and I hope you guys enjoy it if you take it on as well. Alright guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have had an amazing Creepmas season. Please stick around through the rest of the year. There will be more horror content. There will be some new content, more makeup content as well. I hope there's something for all of you spooky boys and girls out there, even past the Creepmas season. Please let me know if you have any video suggestions, and let me know what some of your favorite Christmas horror films are in the comments below. I have a whole list started to rank next year, and I want to get a lot more horror content out during the month of Creepmas next year as well. So fingers crossed on that, guys. I will keep uploading. Please let me know what you think. Leave some suggestions in the comments box, and please like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day and a very, very Merry Creepmas. Bye.